So I've been in dentistry for 27 years. I started in dentistry doing financing for startup dentists to buy and expand their first dental practices. So my experience goes back in lending, and I did residential and commercial lending as well as startup finance lending, and then for 20 years, or 18 to be exact, I was at Patterson Dental. Both in sales and as a general manager for all of Metro New York and New Jersey. You know, when I was in sales in the territory, I was always the type of person that would help my clients, no matter what phase of their career that they were at. And then I became a leader in the organization to help territory reps do the same thing for their clients. And so as a natural progression, really for me, it was still being able to help the customer, help the dentist reach their personal and professional goals. But now I can work in the relationships that I already have in the community and help those doctors to achieve what does it look like next for them, and a trusted resource to be able to think about how they're going to plan to do it. Yeah, a couple different things. I think really ultimately my goal is to listen to the doctor and to talk about what their personal and professional goals are. So listening is a big proponent of why I'm doing what I'm doing. The other component is that we have a trusted transition process, right? And so I think one of our key differentiators is that we help doctors understand and work through that process so they can continue to do clinical dentistry. And when we have a partnership like Blue & Company and doing third-party business valuations, it really helps to make it a smooth transition for the doctor when we're speaking to buyers of what the real value of their practice is and helping them gain that value. I think for me that I think back at the 27 years that I've been in the dental industry, and that's always, my job is to listen. Obviously my expertise is in a lot of different areas in dentistry, and so, if I don't have the resources, I know the resources. And so what I want them to understand is that my phone number is always on, whether or not you're 3 years, 5 years, or 18 months out. But let's talk about what does that look like for you, and then come up with a strategy in order to be able to do so, because ultimately it's their decision, it's their legacy that they've worked so hard to build. I'm just here to help connect all the dots in order to be able to get them to get there. The way I like to look at things is that I feel like my career has kind of come full circle, right? 27 years ago when I started in dentistry, I was helping that young person come out of dental school and structure a loan that they were going to buy the practice, and then probably in their career at one point they would renovate that practice. And so my experience in finance was helping them to put all that together, which is what banks are doing today. Ultimately then going into mortgages and commercial lending also helped to look at the property values and what needs to be done, and a lot of that experience that I got throughout the years. And then going back into dentistry with Patterson Dental, I got the clinical expertise, I got the staffing expertise and the practice management expertise. So I feel like my experience has kind of gone through that journey all the way through for a doctor, and now I'm helping those same dentists hopefully look for what does retirement look like and what are they going to do after they retire. So I like to say that I started with them and now I'm helping them think about their next chapter.